happy about the TikTok ban, it's giving hater. It's giving unbalanced pH. It's giving low credit score. Today, we're going to be talking about the TikTok ban and the life of a creator. Stay tuned. Special Tuesday TikTok edition. I wasn't going to talk about the ban because I wanted to see it play out. Right now it's in purgatory. If you guys don't know, TikTok, the app, I make it seem like it's like a person. TikTok, the app, got banned on Saturday at 11:58 Eastern Standard Time Atlantic, and then was revived yesterday at 2 p.m. And basically it came back, but a lot of people were crashing out because of TikTok, and just overall, like the fact that they can just take, last piece of entertainment that we have away. So we're going to go into the first 5 minutes. Let's talk about TikTok. Okay. So TikTok is an Asian based company, right? And the reason why I say it's giving hater is not because I'm saying, oh my God, like I'm so for TikTok. There's a lot of negatives to it. There's also a lot of positives. Like I don't know if you guys know this, but there was a story that went viral, and basically a woman was in a DV situation where a man was not being nice to her or her kids. So through TikTok, she did story time, which is very often like Risa Tisa, very often the man from Atlanta, who the F did I marry, those stories, like those stories can make you bang. So basically in this situation, it was a DV situation, and she ended up being able to leave her man and her children. She bought a house cash with the, the commission that she got from the views from TikTok. And situations like that, like let's address the pink elephant in the room. At the end of the day, when it comes to being a woman, like men have a tendency to financially, can I say that word? Okay, financially manipulate us, okay, because we don't have our own form of cash. They have a tendency to do that. So I like the fact that, of having your own money. Like my mom told me I'm all for it, even though my parents have been married for 4 decades now. And I remember my mom told me first, like, make sure you always have your own money, no matter what's going on, whatever man you meet, make sure you always have your own money. And I thought that was very important, like this situation. Like there's been plenty of times. Another one, like a lot of small businesses, like heck, some of the artists that I listen to on a regular, like I found them through TikTok. Like I feel like what other platform was they going to be able to have? Like there's some songs that got revived that I was like, dang, like this song was actually Chris Brown, Above the Influence, is due to Taylor. Speaks to me, I don't care what you said. Copyright. So Above the Influence by Chris Brown, like that song got revived and made him go triple platinum by Brillium Diamond. Another song, Hours and Hours by Money Long. That was another song that went viral from TikTok. So it's an ecosystem. Like the music industry, I feel like the music industry is going to be losing a big one if they continue. It's in purgatory, still available if you want to go on it. But it's definitely has changed lives. Just artists, running the day people, small businesses. Because remember doing the Bokid, the landemic. I remember during that time when all the mom and pop stores, because we were in quarantine, so like all the mom and pop stores were the first people who were affected towards it. So to be able to see them still have basically a fighting chance to go and have this opportunity to promote their business, and their business, like make money, like take care of the parents. Like some of them have had retirements. Like I just don't like the fact that I just don't like the fact that there's so much vitriol towards TikTok because it's new. A lot of people didn't want to learn the app. And like I said, like the app, I'm not gonna hold you for too long, but the app is a little hard it's a little confusing to edit. Like I usually end up editing off the app, and then I end up uploading it to it as like a video because it's kind of hard. And then another thing too is that a lot of other apps for catching strays. We had Lemonade, and then we have CapCut. CapCut is what I use to edit my videos. Not these, my shorts channel. Like my shorts channel, mostly like all those, that's CapCut all day. Because CapCut's like my little assistant editor who I don't have to pay, who's not going to complain about I don't know, about if they want healthcare or whatever. I don't know, but too early. But I can definitely say that it's just really frustrating to me that, there's such there's just such things going on that really pushed it to that edge to where people don't like it. So the next 5 minutes, we're going to be talking about how my top tips. Like I can go into a whole video of like to be a content creator. I usually don't like giving advice on being a content creator because I'm not big time, but I do have 1 million views, so I can at least help you get there. I can get you the view count, but it's a quiet subscriber count, and we're gonna be learning together. But I can at least tell you like what made me stand apart to get to 1 million plus views on this channel is intention. I feel like what went wrong with TikTok was a lot of people were just how to describe it, like I feel like what went wrong with TikTok, there was no end goal. They were just making videos, collecting cash, and just living it in real time. Like, but what's the end goal? What's the intention? Like I already told y'all, the main purpose of this channel is to educate, is to discuss, is to talk about things from the perspective of over 30, since the internet hates old people 30 plus, so they hate us. So I want to be like that voice for us. But I can say that like my overall thing was to eventually get the money from YouTube to pay my student loans off. I already told y'all that. Like there's an end point, and then to spread like the other platform, eventually one day, like I would love to, use my degree. I would love to use my psych degree to where like, let's say one video gets picked up and like, hey, yes, it's pop psychology, but hey, we, the APA, basically American Psychological Association, Incorporated, basically I would love one day for them to be like, hey, we want you to speak, or hey, we give you an honorary bachelor's degree of blah blah blah, something there, or even with fashion, like I'm really good at, if they're like, hey Claire, one day like on a show, they're like, hey, we want your fashion tips on how to be stylish but also be frugal, like something past it. Like I'm not, like my goal was never to stay on social media, if that makes any sense. Like there was always an end point. Like I feel like the problem is that a lot of people don't have intention. Another thing too is like consistency. Like for example, I already have all my episodes ready for this week. I'm all edited, ready, send off to sender. That's not a word. Basically everything's already sent to where I can start thinking about next week. Like one thing I can say is that I'm never in real time. That's my biggest thing I can say, is just that by the time we try to catch up, I'm already on to the next thing. Oh my God, I love Claire's vlog. And then I'm like, okay, well, tomorrow's tutorial is going to be about, like you got to be on to the next thing. I think that's the problem, is the fact that people are thinking in real time. Like, it's kind of like, I want to say, what are we celebrating about? But like, it's like, you got to move on to the next thing. You just can't be in that. You got to move on to the next thing. Like, you just can't be stuck in that celebration. Like, it's like, okay, what's the next thing? Like, where am I going to next? Like, what's part two? Like, what's part two? What's part three? Like, what's the next thing that we're going towards? Because what ends up happening is that you get so stuck in like, damn, like my video got to 2 million views. Okay. Yeah, it's time to be worrying about, not the lighting moving. You need to be worried about March. You need to be worried about May. You need to be worried about like what's trending that's going to pop up that's consistent. Okay, Valentine's Day is coming up. Like I already have my Valentine's Day episode planned in my head. Okay, I already have it planned in my head. And I want, like, I'm coming from, like, you need to be able to think ahead. I feel like that's another thing, intention. And another thing too, and this is going to be very big, is that you have to stop caring. That's big. That's a big one. You have to stop. You have to, one, stop caring, and then two, stop caring, and then two, you have to let go of the fact that you're going to look dumb. There it is. Okay. I wouldn't say dumb, but you're not going to come out there swinging. Unless you're a celebrity, you're not going to come out swinging. Like there's going to be videos where you're talking to yourself. There's no one going to be in the comments commenting. Like, if you're not ready for that, do not step into it. And I feel like a lot of people will just, I've seen a lot of people, like I said, during the pandemic, I want to say at least 30 people that I know personally, Facebook, started a YouTube channel, and I'm the only last one. I'm the only one standing. Okay. And that's not to sit there and like, nah, I need people, I'm the only one standing. Like, no, it just shows you like how discouraging it can be. You have to literally be almost in denial about the fact that you can fail, and that's how you start progressing. So definitely, like, intention, Let's replay it back to you. You gotta have intention, not be afraid to look dumb, and actually want to do this. Final 5 minutes I have on here is that there was a lot of people in the comments, just the comment section of TikTok in general, on different apps, talking about like, oh, now you have to get a real job, Indeed's open. Like, there was a lot of that pushback, like there was a lot of pushback. And I feel like the reason why there was so much pushback is because people are afraid that doing a 9-to-5 is actually not the only option you have, and they're afraid to do something outside of that. They're pretty much like, people are afraid of what they don't know. Okay. And my main thing has always been, which I think this is actually a key to why I'm so successful, is that whatever is for Claire is for Claire. It don't matter. Like, you could literally see somebody, like, I think I talked about this as I was doing my countdown to 33 last year. And like, you could literally see someone get your exact prayer that you pray God for. Hey, God, I want A, B, and C. I could literally see somebody get my exact prayer and know what's for me is for me. Like, whatever my destiny is, whatever my end point is, it don't matter what I do, is going to happen. And I think that's messing with a lot of people, because just like, well, like, if I would have gone on TikTok when I was, if I would have gone on TikTok instead of getting my master's degree, maybe I would have been a millionaire by now. Maybe not, like, I think that a lot of people don't want to admit it, but like, y'all sit there and say, congrats. You sit there and be looking like, oh, congrats. But really what you want to say is that you didn't think this person was going to make it. Like, one thing I've learned, and I'm not here to preach to anybody, but even with, like, one of my favorite stories from the Bible is when Saul was changed to Paul, right? Because Saul was, he was a sinner, he was not giving at all. Definitely did not like God, definitely was low-key an atheist, okay? Low-key an atheist, high-key an adulterer, idolatry, that's not a word. He believed in gods that weren't God, okay? So, and then one day God was like, you know what? I choose you. And he changed his whole life around. Like, I feel like a lot of y'all in the comments just don't understand, like, it's not your turn yet. That does not mean you aren't going to be able to run one day. It's like, okay, I see everybody else running. I see everybody else, like, it. I promise you, as someone, like, if y'all know what I came from, and another good content creator I watch is Colleen Alud. I feel like I'm saying her last name wrong. Colleen. She said, which prompted me to make this video, she said, we aren't blessed so we can so we can whisper about it. I was like, dang, you ate. I felt convicted. But yeah, it's true. Like, I came from poverty plus. Poverty plus means that the bills were paid, but the poverty was loud. Okay. So I came from poverty plus. To know where I'm at, like, to sit there and have like my own bathroom, like, my nails stay did, and they're not cheap. Okay. My nails stay did. Hair is always done. Gas is always in the car. Belly's always full. Like, that, I've come a long way. Like, there were some days where I was not eating, and not because I didn't feel like, there was no food. There was no money. Like, it was either I make this, it's either I chew on this popcorn so I can go to bed, so I can have something in my stomach, or I just go to bed with no food. Okay. And this is like when I was like 18 plus, not in the house. My Haitian parents don't play that. You gonna eat. Okay, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when I was on my own. Like, there was just days where I did not have any money and I just ate air. Okay. And people are like, oh my God, Claire, you look amazing. I need food, please. Okay. Stop looking at me. But to know I came from that to where I'm at now, like, I literally bought this jacket because I wanted something to match an outfit on Friday. And it didn't even hurt my pockets. And it's not cheap. Like, it's just to be able to sit there and just spend money and not have to worry about it. Like, that's a blessing to me. Like, to be able to swipe your card and not even worry about like how much money you got left. Like, that's a long way for me. So I don't know. I just feel like y'all don't understand how much reward it is in waiting for your turn. Like, it's so rewarding because you sit there and you see other people who have got their turn and you're just like, dang, like, so I know it's possible. But I don't know, y'all argue with me in the comments if you want to, but I definitely feel like it's giving Haire unbalanced pH. It's giving half empty gas tank. I don't know what it's giving missing sock. I'm gonna start saying mean things now. It's giving missing sock. It's giving unwashed microwave still. I don't know, but yeah, I can argue with me in the comments, but don't forget to subscribe, share. You're almost there. It's Claire Haire.
I feel like I'm losing my mind.